want to fit in, you want to be accepted, you want to be treated like you want to like kind of, hey wonderful people, hey beautiful people, hey resting people, welcome to OLC. Welcome to welcome to Live a Live Chat. Welcome to Live a Live Chat. Welcome. So you guys, welcome to Oliveoliventures. So today's talk is going to be about my high school experience, and it's going to be about my high school crazy is Leah story. So you guys, I'm gonna take you back to when I started high school here in America. So for some of you who doesn't know, I came here when I was just turned 17. So when I was back in Africa, I went to the secondary school at age of 14. So secondary school pretty much it started from seventh grade all the way to 13th grade. They had a 13th grade. So it's from 7th to 13th. It's a secondary school. So I started my secondary school at a very young age. I was 14. I'm very brilliant, very intelligent. I was so very focused on school. So I went there on seventh grade, and I did like a really good job. I got a really high GPA, and I moved on to 8th grade. So when I got into 8th grade, the opportunity of coming to America started, and that students started getting very distracted, very not want to focus on school because they were like, just very exciting to come to America and everything. So when I got into the 8th grade, I continued, I stayed in school, and I went there until, and I finished the first semester, the second semester, and after the second semester, I didn't want to go to school. I was like, yo, we want to go to school when you want to go to America. So yeah, I stopped the school completely, and so people who were we were in the same school. So I was like 15. So people we were in the same like school grade. They went on and moved on in the 9th grade, and I was still not going to school because I was still waiting for coming to America. So pretty much I wasted like a whole year and a half for of education. So after when I turned 16, and I was kind of like, when I started school, I was kind of like a 15 and a half right then. I started school, and when I started school, I turned 16, and after 16, we wait for another like a whole year and a half, trying to making the whole process of coming to America work. That's when I ended up coming. When I was just turned like a 2 month in my 17 years. So I came to America when I was in 8th grade. I didn't finish the 8th grade, only 2 semesters. So when I got here, I was 17, and they decided to pull me on the 9th grade. So pretty much I didn't skip any grade. So I started the 9th grade. But my problem, I was a non-English student. I barely couldn't speak English because in Africa, we weren't just like a French program, so we didn't speak like so much of English. English will be just like 1 hour of class a week. So pretty much that wasn't enough for me to be able to communicate in English. It was just that I know how to call that things like in English, saying like, oh, water, bucket, cup, or food, eat. But I didn't know how to communicate like I'm having a conversation with somebody. So when I get here, it was very, very tough for me to get it used to the education and everything. Even though I was smart, I was brilliant, and I was going to school, but the language was kind of barrier. So pretty much, I started in 9th grade, trying to learn like everything I can. But as a student who's hungry to learn everything, it's not so hard to learn a new language, the new language that you want to speak. So I started, pretty much, reading books here and there, watching TV, so much TV a lot, just in order to get used to the words, people talking, listening to people talking, they helped. So I came, and when I came, it was kind of like a culture shock was different, but at the same time I was excited, of course. So my program, a lot of people didn't know that I didn't speak English. Like most of the people will come to me and they try to talk to me in English, and I won't understand what they say. And they'll be like, "Oh, okay, so you don't speak English?" And I'm like, "What?" And I'm a fourth. Boy, they try to date me, and one day they be like, "Hey, Glo, what's up? How you doing, mommy?" And I won't speak, and they're like, "So you don't speak English?" Like they'll be just shocked. They'll be just shocked, and I was like, "Wow, interesting." And you might say, like, have you got bored because you were different, you didn't speak English and everything? I didn't get bored, like, from women. Like, women were so, like, nice, even though I didn't speak English, but they were so, like, very cool, like, and everything, and so helpful. But we from guys, it wasn't so many, but I only had two kids. One, like, it was a black boy. Another one was kind of like, I think he kind of Hispanic or something like that. Yeah, so they don't want like this girl, like this boy, like we were like a classmate, and that's when he was like, "What's that, nigga?" I'm like, "Did you just call me that?" And another boy, he was like, he's like, "Oh, what's that, nigga?" Like I'm like, yo, did they just call me that? Like, to me, it was crazy because these boys who call me, I thought they were so cute. I thought, like, yo, but price in school, though, we were in the same class, but they were down there. Yeah, we were in kind of like algebra classes and everything. So I was good in algebra, even though, like, my English was broken and everything. But I was doing good. I was doing my thing. So, yeah. So he called me that. And I was like, oh, his name was Elliot something. I'm like, are you killing me? Do I look like a nigga to you? Okay, thank you. But I didn't say that, but I was like, I was shocked though, yeah. So then I moved on and I moved to the 10th grade. When I moved to the 10th grade, I finished it like in the end of like the third semester, my counselor called me and she was like, Olive, you know that because of your age, you just turned like 18, so pretty much we only accept the people here from from like all the way to 19. So we just want to be aware that you have one more year here, so you might not gonna be able to finish it our high school program. You're gonna have to go to transfer to a different school where they can accept you. So when they told me that I was 18, I'm like, oh, so I only have one more year there, and they're not gonna be able to take me, and I have 2 more years in order to graduate. So I was like, I should start as well looking into different school where I can just go. I wanted to go anyway. So it was other than that, it was a beautiful high school. It was very diverse with different people. So they had like a classes for ESL people who were speaking who English was not their first language and they were not fluent. So I was one of those classes, like here and there taking classes there, and then we just spread in different classes. So yeah, because my English was growing very quickly and stuff, so I was more so taking more classes with like American kids, you call it. So and so yeah, other than that, my counselor told me that, and to me I was like, okay, I need to find a school that I can go to and finish there, even though I had one more year to stay there. So that's when I asked people, and then I got to know like a job corps. So when I went to Job Corps, like when I wanted to go to Job Corps, I mean, I tried to listen to a couple of things from people. The school was known as Troublemaker Kids. Like, it's known as Troublemaker Kids, which is just like a stereotype. It is just like a kids. It's already just kids like any other kids. They beautiful kids, handsome kids, smart kids, capable kids, like very friendly kids, although they are just like as any other kids. So, but just because the school is just known to have a big title, that's how people know, like, oh, there are kids there, they're troublemakers, they're not good, and this will drop power kids and everything. But it was just all stereotype. It was just like a kid, just like any other American kid. So I went there. When I went there, somehow one part I was excited, and another part I was so afraid. I was so terrified. I was like, how they gonna accept me? How they gonna take me? Are they gonna bully me or treat me like a different because I'm African and everything? So I was kind of concerned, but at the same time, I was excited because I was like, I need to go somewhere anyways where I can go and be able to learn American culture and meet like American kids and students and making friends and I was more so excited into like making friends that I was even excited to go like to have my education. To me, it was like, oh, going like know how to speak American accent and make friends, and everything. To me, it was so cool and it's so exciting. So when I got there, I was, my day of admission got, came. So I went there with my they took my family took me there because also the Job Corps school you stay there. I mean, you have option. You can either go to school and go at home after school, or you can stay there, just like a college. So you go to school there and you eat there and you stay there. So pretty much that's why I chose to stay there so I can be able maybe to, to fit in. The yoga was trying to fit in, like fit in. so, so pretty much, I went there. My term came, and I got admit in the school. So when I got on my first day, like people when I got there, like people they come to like welcome me and everything. Like they were so friendly. They have programs in the press where you help like a new students to make them like to make them like feel to make them like feel welcomed and feel at home and feel at peace. And everything was so nice and so like caring and it's so comforting. And my first day there, and I was like, yo, okay, this is a way much better than I thought. Like people are so genuinely like coming to ask me like how what training I'm coming to take, what I'm going there for and everything. Like they so helpful. They wanna, they so nice. Oh my gosh. And I got it, they took me to my dorm when I'm gonna be staying. They showed me my room and they give me a tour and everything. Explain to me how everything's gonna work, what time is it school, what time is it breakfast, what time lunch, what time is dinner, what goes on, and stuff like that. The meaning they have. So they try pretty much to make me like get used to their system and everything. So to me, I'm like, wow, it's really nice and it's even way than I expected. So yeah. So I went to my dorm and everything, and everyone was so cool. Like girls were so cool, and everything was so cool. Nobody bored me. Like almost kids wanted me to show them the African dances and everything, and asked me about like for me to teach them my language. Like they were so nice and just accept me for my differences and everything. So to me, just being different, I thought I was gonna like be boring, be like be called a Bruce Scorcher, African Bruce Scorchers and everything. But instead, like they were so interesting. They were so like they really welcomed me. They really loved me for being an African. Like to me, actually, my difference made me like stood loud because I was just this one African girl who goes to school with just American kids and everything. And the majority of those kids were like black kids, like African American, and I would say like a 75 was like African American and 25 was like no, like a 70 was like African American, 25 was like white, and like a 5 was other people, more Hispanic and other different people. But I was only like one African kid. So yeah, to me like I got accepted for being different and everything, and I thought like, wow, this is nice. I feel at home. I feel in everything. And the school started. They gave me uniform. They give me my I chose that I was gonna take like a CNA, which is like a certified nursing assistant, a trade that you take, and their program took like a whole year to finish. It was like a long process. While you're outside of school, it only takes like a 3 weeks and you're done. Two weeks to a month and you're done. So yeah, I got started school, and the only hard time, boys started that to me and everything. I got me a boyfriend. I got me a boyfriend, and my first boyfriend was, I think it was a white guy who didn't like me, and that Ted, and we decided we were stupid. I'm sorry, but yeah, we decided like, okay, we're gonna go in a relationship, and after we're done here, we're gonna go get an apartment and then live together. I'm gonna be working as a CNA, and gonna be working as a security, and we're gonna be going to college, and I'm gonna become a nurse, and I'm gonna become like, and we were just dreaming and dreaming, and we were that time I was 19, and for real. And after that, so he finished and I finished, and we broke up. He went back to his hometown, which was like 3 hours away from where I lived. And the way, because my school was in my city, so I didn't have I was still in my city where I lived, but it was just that I stay at school, because I couldn't be able to find a transportation to go every day at school in the morning like that. So yeah, after when we broke up, like only one teacher gave me a hard time through my whole process of our job call. Other than that, students were amazing, were nice, we were friends, were netting, were just and like so cool and everything. But the teachers, I couldn't know that the teachers could be so bad and so like nice. And as a student, you really respect your teacher and you really take them serious, and you really whatever they do get to you. To me, like I didn't feel at peace in the school in the class. I'm not gonna lie, but time moves on. I stayed at school again for another year and a half, and it becomes like year and 8 months and stuff like that. And I started dating again, and I met another like black king. He was African American. We started dating again, and we went together for like I think like a 4 month and a half, and I was there for 2 years. And for some reason, I happened to go longer than 2 years. I was supposed to be there for just 2 years, but because I was taking with a trade, it was a CNA, so I was there for like I think for 2 years and 6 months. So it made me graduate like 6 months later than I would usually graduate. So pretty much, yeah, that's what happened in my high school crazy. Other than that, like I won't change my experience for anything. I feel like that's what made me who I am today. That's what gave me the whole experience I am. That's what made me like a stronger person, open-minded about things. So yeah, it was really. I mean, I won't say like it was easy as just as an immigrant who came here in America at the age of who just turned like at age like 17, like you just turned 17 and moving to another country. Like you're still a teenager, and you're in that time where you want to fit in, you want to be accepted, you want to be treated like you want to like kind of feel like fit in and feel like you worth it and you varied and everything. So I came in that time at 17 where you just feel like you want to you're grown and everything. And plus, as an African girl, of course, I was grown, because the girls, be growing up too fast. They be 15 and thinking they already grow up. They need to get married and everything. But yeah, at that age, like, you want to fit in, you want to be like, you don't want to feel different and everything. And I came in that age where it was very tough, like, coming at 15, 16, 17, like, those ages are crazy, especially coming here in America. Like, you don't want that. You don't want that. Like, it's that ages in high school where kids are, like feeling themselves. They feel they are that. They feel like they show up. They think like, like it's that age where it's crazy, where kids don't listen. They think they already there. They already made it and everything. And I came into it, and yeah, it was very rough. But at the same time, thank you guys. My whole story made it out just very fine, and it made me the better person I am today. And yeah, like I won't trade I won't trade my experience for anything, because I feel like if it wasn't for me coming whatever that age and everything, then I would have been experiencing different stuff, and it won't be me. So yeah, other than that, yeah, that was my high school crazy story. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it hopefully helps you with something, entertains you. If you're a person, maybe you moved in a country, in a different country somewhere, where you like at that teenager age, like 14, 16, 17, even 18 like that, where you just want to fit in, you want to like be varied, you want to like, be like everybody else, but still you different. Just hanging there and be patient and just stay true to yourself, just be you. And of course it on as the language so you can be able to communicate with the people, and just focus on education. At the end of the day, you're gonna, school, everybody's gonna grow up, and everybody's gonna be their own people and their own person. And then what's happening at the high school, it's not the end of the world, because life continues after high school. So yeah, other than that, tell me your high school story. Tell me what it was. Tell me, like, comment in the comments area, and they told me your high school the story, what it was, how it was like, what you didn't like, if you had a hard time, if it was just easy go, or if you moved in a different country and they told me how old you were, and if it was so hard for you to adjust to the culture, to fit in and everything. And yeah, just tell me about your whole high school story and how it was. Like, it doesn't matter if you were, it doesn't matter where you live. Just tell me about your high school story and how it was, and if you were an immigrant to that country, if you were not, or whatever. Just tell me about your high school story. And if I have a crazy story like mine, let me heal it. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll catch you next time with another topic. And yeah, make sure you comment your thoughts and check my description box for more information. And also, thumbs up this video if you like it, and subscribe so you can easily get my new videos and notification from my channels. So thank you so much, and bye bye. Love ya. Mwah.